Good morning, guys. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. I'm out for a walk in our neighborhood. I've been passing some people this morning and just stopping them and talking to them. And it's amazing because I don't usually do that in our neighborhood, but I just felt like that people are hurting. People want to be recognized. Everybody was waving as they walked this morning, almost like they need to see people. They need to just encounter people. And so I was able to talk to a couple of ladies this morning on their walk and just ask them, did they have any family members that were dealing with the coronavirus, because I wanted to pray for them. And thank the Lord, the people that I spoke to had not been diagnosed or anybody in their family. So thank God for that. I was just out taking a walk in my neighborhood this morning and declaring healing over this area, and a thought came to me. I know my husband and I are pastors. I know that there's a lot of pastors out there that are ready to get back to regular church, to normal church. They miss the people. We miss the people. We want to touch the people. We want to hug the people. But one thought that came up in my spirit this morning is that the calling on our life has never changed, but our role will. Our role does. I mean, this is just an indicator of whether or not I found my identity in being behind a pulpit, or I find my identity in being a child of God. And I get emotional when I think about it, because I feel like that so many of us are struggling because we want to be in the pulpit and we want to be preaching to people and we want to see them just like we have in normal Sundays. But I feel like that this is not the norm, that God is calling us still. The calling hasn't changed. We are still reaching people. We are still touching lives. It doesn't look like it did before. It doesn't look like maybe the box that we see ourselves in, but maybe it looks like getting out of the house and talking to your neighbors, staying, the correct distance apart, but just getting out there and asking them, are they okay? What do they need? Checking on our elderly neighbors. And you know what? It looks different, but our identity is not in our role. Our identity is in Jesus. And when our identity is in Jesus, it doesn't matter what we do as long as we are moving in Him. We're living in Him, because in Him we live and move and we have our being. And so I just wanted to encourage you this morning. The box may look different. The comfort zone has changed. The norm has changed. But get outside of what you felt like was your identity and allow your role to change. Reach people. Get out of the routine of, doing churches as usual, and get out of your house and have church on the street. Like, be the church. I'm just so excited because this morning I had some great conversations, and this thought came to me. Don't allow the enemy to make you upset or sad this morning, because maybe you felt like your identity was in the church building, or maybe your identity is behind a chair cutting hair. Maybe your identity is something that you're not able to do right now. Guess what? Your identity is not in that. Your identity is in Christ, and your role's going to change during this time. But it's okay. Roles change, but your calling never will. You are a child of God. God is with you. He'll give you strategic ideas in this time. And I believe that He's working all of this out for our good. In fact, what the enemy meant for bad, God is turning around for the good. I am believing that. It's time to quit talking about the storm and begin to claim the victory that God has already won. Begin to claim the victory. He is our victory. He is our victory. We're not going to talk about the mess anymore. We're going to claim victory today over this virus. Take your God-given authority, given in Luke chapter 9, verse 1. Take it. He said, I've given you all authority to fight demons and fight disease, to go and heal them. That's what you're called to do. Your identity is not found in the role. Your identity is found in Jesus.